Story 1. It's free with my library card through the Libby app. Free audiobooks have transformed my walks. I go further when I'm engrossed in a good book. Story 2. A good can opener is essential. You will regret not investing in a quality can opener when the inexpensive one you have been using breaks, leaving you without a replacement. Over time, you will spend significantly more replacing cheap can openers than investing in a quality one that costs around $20 to $25. Story 3. A good knife sharpener is essential. When knives become dull, they can be dangerous and frustrating to use. A quality sharpener can restore them to like-new condition. Story 4. A food scale is essential in my house. From measuring pizza dough to following recipes and dieting, I use it 2 to 3 times a week. A meat tenderizer is also helpful. I enjoy cooking, obviously. Story 5. Rain and washer fluid. It's an extra $3, and if $3 matter, your washer fluid reservoir is likely empty anyway. You probably need tires instead. Story 6. The 2 things I am currently getting the most value from are my inexpensive George Foreman grill, which is very versatile, and my Dropout TV subscription. Story 7. An SVS PB1000 subwoofer for your home theater is the absolute minimum for a quality subwoofer. You don't experience true low-frequency effects until you hear a legitimate subwoofer that is properly set up. Story 8. Bidet. People in America walk around all day without properly cleaning themselves after using the restroom. Story 9. A passport and a driver's license allow you to travel. This is important if you want to leave the country and spend a few months abroad on short notice. Story 10. Coffee. I have a feeling it is going to get very expensive very quickly. This applies to anything that the United States does not produce itself. Story 11. A Ninja pressure cooker bakes, steams, and air fries. It has become my go-to cooker. Cooks everything incredibly fast, and the meat is always super tender. Once you learn to use it, you will be hooked. Story 12. I may not have scrolled down far enough, but a portable jump battery for your car has saved me in tough situations, and I have helped plenty of others. It is a bonus if the unit also inflates your tires. Alternatively, consider getting an air compressor that plugs into the 12-volt outlet on your dashboard. They are slower than a large air compressor you would keep in your garage, but much better than searching for a gas station and paying for air. Story 13. Non-perishable foods are prepared for our first winter of high tariffs and possible retaliatory embargoes. I also support the bidet. Story 14. A durable and trustworthy watch is essential. Phones can die, and personal clocks are often inaccurate. Punctuality is valued worldwide. Know what time it is. Story 15. Firearms. I do not care how you voted in 2024. The United States government is in a precarious position, and you should be prepared to fight to protect yourself. Story 16. A location-specific go bag should be kept by the door you are most likely to exit in an emergency. Include weather-appropriate clothing, survival gear for your area, a multi-tool, a notebook, and writing supplies. Add a glasses repair kit if needed. Pack snacks like granola bars and bottled water, rotating them in periodically. Whenever you leave the house for something farther away than the grocery store, game night, or work, take the go bag with you. You might even want to bring it to game night, as some games can take unexpected turns. Story 17. A pocket knife or multi-tool or both. I am constantly amazed by how many people walk around without one. While it may not be something you need most of the time and you can do without it or grab an appropriate tool, once you start carrying one, you realize just how convenient it is. Story 18. A phone stand is very helpful when working at my desk. I can easily see notifications without having to pick up my phone. It is much more convenient than having the phone lying flat. Story 19. There is an intriguing Chinese visual novel I read last year, titled One Half White or Black. Despite being a work of Chinese literature, I genuinely believe it is something that everyone in America and Europe should read. It offers valuable insights into society and the best path for humanity, in a manner that is quite unique. It has transformed my understanding of the factors that led the United States to its current state and what kind of society could potentially replace it in the long term. Story 20. Digital infrared thermometer for cooking. It is extremely useful for achieving the correct pan temperature. No more guesswork with water drops on stainless steel or cast iron, and no more overheating your non-stick cookware. It is also great for heating water to the right temperature for specific coffee methods, as well as for tea and hot chocolate. Story 21. Physical movies offer the best visual and audio quality while providing ownership of the films you love. DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K formats are the best options. Digital purchases do not grant true ownership, and you may not receive the best quality. This principle also applies to music. Story 22. When I got my last set of AirPods, I was pleasantly surprised that they respond to voice commands. With the work I do, the less I have to take my phone out of my pocket, the better. They also read text messages to me as they come in. I may sound like an older person, but these were a genuine game changer for me. Story 23. A small gadget of any kind like a knick-knack, something simple to play with. Could be anything from a fidget toy to a ball you throw at the wall and catch. In essence, it's something to enhance your entertainment. Please recommend some random little gadgets, as I currently have none and am feeling sad and unentertained. Story 24. Wooden tongs help you avoid burning yourself when extracting oddly shaped bread slices from the toaster. They are also safer for children. Story 25. A couple of months ago, I bought an air fryer. After making the best chicken thighs I have ever made, I was using it all the time. I recently purchased a multifunctional air fryer so I can cook two things at the same time or have a larger capacity for one item. I plan to give my first air fryer to my parents, who have never tried one. Story 26. A countertop convection oven, air fryer, and toaster oven combination. In 4 years, I have only used my oven to bake large batches of cupcakes for a birthday party and for a Christmas roast. We are a family of 4, and I prepare everything from meats and pizza to banana bread and various roasted vegetables. I recommend waiting for a sale, as you can find significant discounts. The model I have is made by Ninja, and when you're finished using it, it tilts upwards to take up less counter space. When I first got it, I cleaned it as thoroughly as possible. Now, it is in terrible condition, and I will likely throw it away and buy a new one when I think it is past its best. This is the only drawback. Cleaning is virtually impossible for a busy person. Story 27. A greenstalk planter is the original with deeper pockets and a spinner plate on the bottom. It can grow carrots, tomatoes, lettuce, rutabagas, broccoli, and more with 30 pockets for planting. For larger plants, you can place 1 per pocket, while smaller plants like romaine or bok choy allow for 3 per pocket. You can have a rotating salad bar throughout spring, summer, and fall. Be careful when filling it with the correct soil, and it provides easy watering. It may not be cheap, but it is the best use of 2 to 3 square feet I have ever found for my no plants in ground rule. Story 28. A decent desk chair is essential if you work or play at a desk. You will spend a significant amount of your time there, so invest in quality for optimal comfort and support. Story 29. Everyone who drinks coffee should have an AeroPress. They are small, affordable, and make the best coffee you can achieve at home. Story 30. Sink-mounted glass rinser. I use mine every day. I paid just $6 for it compared to $40 at a hardware store. Story 31. Not sure what it is actually called. It can punch. I used to use it for poking holes in large cans of apple juice, but more and more people seem to use it as a vacuum breaker on very stubborn jars. Story 32. Menstrual cup. Not everyone will benefit, but if you're menstruating, it can improve your experience. Story 33. A good blanket is essential. Specifically, if you are tall, you need a larger blanket. Standard 2-meter blankets are insufficient on a cold winter night when you are above 1.8 meters. Story 34. Accessibility tools for opening jars and similar items are essential. Many family members have arthritis, and anti-theft measures make it difficult to open anything. These tools can help save your fingers and wrists. Story 35. If you have a tendency, like me, to not drink enough water, consider getting a SodaStream. I don't know what it is about sparkling water, but I drink a 2-liter bottle of water at work and even more at home. I'm so hydrated. Story 36. Birkenstocks. Initially, I thought they were unattractive and overpriced. However, I gradually changed my mind after watching a video that discussed how they are manufactured and why people like them. I bought a pair for my wife and me to try, though I was ready to return them the next day. After 2 weeks of discomfort while breaking them in, they have become the most comfortable shoes I own. They are really well made, and I would suggest anyone give them a chance. Story 37. Air purifier. We have one in our living room and all bedrooms. It is alarming when I check the app and see how much pollution is in the air. Story 38. A 3D printer allows you to print any object in a few hours, whether for repairs, decorations, personal projects, or toys. It's surprising that no one has mentioned this yet. Story 39. A decent wristwatch can be a practical accessory. Depending on your profession or environment, you might not always be able to have your smartphone with you. A quick glance at your wrist is more discreet than taking out your phone, and you won't be tempted to check numerous new notifications. Whether you prefer an elegant automatic or mechanical timepiece, like a Seiko 5, or a durable Casio G-Shock, preferably solar-powered and radio-controlled, you can find options starting under $100. Story 40. A smart light bulb. I love that I don't have to get up or reach to turn off the light when I get tired at night. I also program it to turn on at a certain time, so when I come upstairs, the light is already on. I can turn it off and on when I am on vacation. It's great because I can set it to different shades and brightness levels. For everyday use, the light is warm and low, but if I am doing something that requires good visibility, I can increase the brightness. Story 41. As a new mom and traveler, I have been recommending the Bomble Booster chair to all my mom friends with babies. It is an origami-style chair that lies flat when closed, allowing me to fit it into my diaper bag. I am obsessed with it and was able to find one second-hand. Since purchasing it, for other mom friends have bought one. I highly recommend it to on-the-go or traveling parents. Story 42. One of those small trays that attach to your car steering wheel, so you do not have to eat in a potentially crowded, cold, or noisy restaurant. You can eat anywhere. Story 43. A SodaStream has drastically reduced the amount of plastic bottles I use, not to mention the burden of carrying cases of soda or seltzer water. I swear by that device. Story 44. Robe curl. No lie. If you have longer hair, this is amazing. I wear a silk bonnet over it, go to sleep, and wake up with beautiful hair. Story 45. A good quality French press has completely changed my morning coffee routine. I used to spend around $5 daily at coffee shops, but now I make better coffee at home for just a few cents. Story 46. If you enjoy video games and use Steam, you will appreciate the Steam Deck. This is especially true if you appreciate more than just high-fidelity AAA games that require a powerful PC, as many indie titles, roguelikes, and more are incredible on it, including some AAA games. I got mine 2 months ago and have been in love with it since. Story 47. Heated blanket. My fiancé suggested buying one, and I was uncertain if we needed it. However, when it's cold or my back is hurting, it's wonderful to wrap up in it. It is worth every penny. Story 48. Screwdriver set. Large screwdrivers for typical screws around the house. Medium screwdrivers for electronics. I also have a small set for my glasses. Get both Phillips and flathead varieties. Story 49. A sous vide wand is a game changer for steaks and roasts. Cooks fish decently well, but I usually don't bother. I have used it for at least 5 years and would not go back. Story 50. An extensive first aid kit can be used to stabilize someone who is seriously injured until paramedics arrive. Story 51. A device similar to an AirTag for your dog can be very helpful. I often see posts about lost pets, and I believe that if they had such a device, it would lead directly to them. While it is not a foolproof solution, since a thief could remove the device, it does increase your chances of locating your lost pet. Story 52. A smart thermostat runs more efficiently and saves you money. The scheduling allows for greater comfort, such as keeping it cool at night to avoid sweating in your sleep, warming up in the morning for a shower, and returning to a normal daily temperature. Additionally, it provides extra convenience. Story 53. A scissor knife is incredibly effective at slicing and chopping vegetables while cooking. I've had mine for about 15 years, and it's still extremely sharp. Just watch your fingers. It is certainly a game changer in the kitchen. I use it more than any other knife I own. Story 54. Indie ebooks offer a chance to discover self-published authors who might not yet be widely recognized. You can brighten a stranger's day by purchasing their Kindle book, even if it has a less-than-perfect cover and no ratings, all for just 99 cents. Story 55. A Zojirushi travel mug. I have one and I put hot coffee in it at 7 a.m. It was still too hot to drink when I went to have some at 12 p.m. I will always talk about them. Story 56. The First Responder app is free and allows you to receive first aid instructions, call an ambulance to your exact location, and locate nearby defibrillators. Thanks a bunch for sticking around till the end of the video. Remember to subscribe, and until next time, stay awesome and goodbye.